We are in a very weird time period. Um, the pandemic was weird, and now after the pandemic is weird. We had a president that was, I don't know, um, incapacitated. I don't know. That might be an extreme way to put it. Our new president is our old president. Um, so Trump was president 2016, 2020. And then we got Biden, sort of. And then let's just talk about that glitch between 2020 and 2024. Joe Biden couldn't even walk up a flight of stairs. And we were pretty much told that we had to choose between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. Now, I don't think Donald Trump was a bad pick. Now, don't get me wrong on that. I just wish that Democrats were Democratic during the election cycle, and so does Jazz. So this is what I mean by that. Like, we didn't have a choice when it came to the Democrats. They just kind of posted Kamala Harris up. There was no primary or nothing. They just these are your options, you know. And the Democrats have been doing a lot of shady stuff. Like, even right now, when we're looking at the post-election, I love the work that Doge is doing. I love the work that Trump is doing. I know that a lot of people have a lot of criticisms for Elon Musk, but I feel like they're doing a pretty good job. And to be honest, we're seeing results. So that's a plus, that we're seeing results. Whereas we're used to electing people, and it's like we elected them, but then, there's we don't know what they're doing until all of a sudden there are changes here and there. And even when there are changes, nothing really makes sense. Whereas Trump, he come in guns a-blazing. I mean, he is saying that, you a boy, you a girl. He's firing people. Not just any people. He is coming after the government. He's not playing any games. He's not playing any games at all. At least we know where he stands. Everything that Trump ever said he's going to do, that's what he does. I don't think that's a bad quality to have in a leader or a president. The problem that I have is Democrats. They are just not. They're not in competition, right? They're just not on the map. For example, right now everybody's complaining about Doge and everything else, but what are the Democrats doing on the flip side? I mean, like, right now they're making TikTok videos. I mean, if you think about it, you vote for these people, they make TikTok videos. Whatever happened to actually governing because you were elected to govern? On top of that, they're doing absolutely everything they can to obstruct the current government, the current administration. And I mean, when you look at the superstars right now of the Democratic Party, you got Bernie Sanders. He just about done. He's, 10 minutes younger than dust. And then you got, Jasmine Crockett, this chick with the lace front. This lady literally just said that crossing over the border illegally is not illegal. And she tried to flip it around and say it was a civil matter. That's what's on the other side. Like, I'm not like a hoorah Republican super duper, MAGA hat wearing person. But when you think about what the options are, like, you have no choice. Like, you either choose the person that says, I'm going to audit the federal government, or you have to choose someone that feels like the border should be open and it shouldn't be a big deal. That's a weird, that's not even a choice. Which it always begs the question like, what exactly is going on with the United States of America right now? Like, our government is in shambles, our economy is in shambles, the housing market. That's the scariest thing about this whole ordeal. Like, is there any such thing as like the American dream at this point? Like, what is America? I don't even know what kind of country I'm living in. I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, I was born in the 90s, right? Okay, there were racial tensions and stuff like that. But now I'm looking at this situation like, we came from, little petty issues, but ultimately we didn't have problems with like gender, or schools weren't all talking about sex to children. We didn't have cross dressers reading to kids. We didn't have a problem with making sure nobody comes to our country illegally. Like, we weren't tolerant of drugs flowing through our city streets and taxpayer dollars just thrown out of the window. We weren't concerned with like identity politics, like, oh, I only want to vote for that person because they're white. That's not normal. Or maybe this is the new normal. I don't know. Maybe like I should teach my kids that, America is just a fading idea. I don't know. That's kind of depressing, but like, I don't know. What is the new reality here? What is the Democratic Party going to be by the time my kids are 10? In 10 years from now. What I don't know if they're just going to be still doing TikToks, cuz all I know is they can't appeal to us through policy. They can't appeal to us. They're using like identity politics and AI. That's what they've been reduced to, right? So the Republican Party seems to be the party of action. You may disagree with them, but at least they're governing.